Hello, I know it's been a very long time since I have produced a video on my YouTube channel, and I greatly apologize. I've just been crazy busy with work. In fact, I've gone from 34 hours a week to 40 hours a week as a full-time employee. Happy to do so, and I've just been busy. You see this pillow, it says take it easy. Well, I finally took it easy in September of 2025 and took a vacation to see the Yellowstone National Park and travel over the Beartooth Highway with my two brothers. That's what this video is about, coming up next. This adventure was planned many months in advance as I needed to synchronize everyone's calendar and arrange a travel itinerary. This was a very special vacation for the three Pumphrey brothers, as we have not been together for many years. Also, we were blessed to spend some quality time in Salt Lake City visiting my younger brother and his lovely bride prior to our trip to Montana. Two of us flew out of Atlanta on Wednesday, September the 17th, and we spent 3 days getting acclimated to the higher elevations. Finally, on Saturday, September the 20th, the three brothers were ready to leave the friendly confines of Salt Lake City and head into the wilderness for the next 4 days. Now, our goal was to get initially to the Red Lodge area of Montana. Now, this is the gateway to one of the most extraordinary highways in the world. That is the Beartooth Highway. Folks, if you haven't done this, you need to put it on your bucket list, as video and pictures shown later will show you accordingly. That being said, we had two choices. We could either drive from Salt Lake City to Red Lodge, which would have been over 500 miles or 8-hour trip, or we could catch a simple 1-hour flight from Salt Lake to Bozeman, Montana for 1 hour, and then travel accordingly and get a rental car. We picked the rental car route. Upon visiting Red Lodge, Montana, we had the unique and special experience to visit with one of our friends from Tallahassee, Florida, at Leon High School, that we played tennis with and knew their family for many years. What a joy and a surprise that was. The Beartooth Highway is renowned for its stunning scenery and dramatic elevation changes. It stretches about 68 miles between Red Lodge, Montana to Cook City, Wyoming. What makes it spectacular is that it reaches an elevation of 10,947 feet, making it one of the highest paved roads in North America. The highway winds through alpine landscapes, offering breathtaking views of mountains, glaciers, and lakes. Our drive along the highway was accented with puffy white clouds. It's also known for its hairpin turns and switchbacks, which make for a really adventurous drive. Seeing it in late September, we were able to witness some fall colors in the lower elevations. Truly a one-of-a-kind experience enjoyed by the three brothers. Some fun facts about Yellowstone National Park. It is the first national park in the world established in 1872. It is one of the largest national parks, bigger than the states of Rhode Island and Delaware. Since we only had 3 days to visit the park, we concentrated our time at the Lamar Valley area, which is in the northern part of the park, which is fantastic for wildlife viewing. It's often called the Serengeti of North America because of the abundant bison, wolves, grizzly bear, and elk. We rented a scope and a tripod for our visit, and I would highly recommend the investment. Buffalo are all over the place, but to see a wolf or a grizzly bear, a scope is a must. We did not see a grizzly bear, however, as we hiked, we certainly saw bear droppings along the trail, which heightened our sense of adventure. We only had 1 can of bear spray, and each hiker should have had their own. On our last full day in Yellowstone National Park, we got up earlier than normal and traveled from the west entrance to the South Creek Trail. This was a 13-mile trip along U.S. Highway 212 across the Lamar Valley and the Grand Loop Road. When we arrived at the trailhead early dawn with the anticipation for a 10 to 12 mile round trip hike, about 3.5 miles in, we came upon a herd of buffalo in their natural environment from the shelter of the forest to the prairie. We thought that we were all alone in the wilderness until a wagon pulled by horses crossed our path. Apparently about 7 miles more out, they were coming into the area to pick up supplies for a private ranch. We were blessed not to see any grizzly bears along our 11-mile hike, but it was an experience shared by the three of us that we'll never forget. However, we did see a small black bear on the way back. Then we headed east toward Cook City, which is where this adventure started, and once again we passed the National Park sign for the last. I started this video exactly 1 week ago. Today is Saturday, January the 24th, 2026, and if you live in the Midwest, the East Coast, or the South, you are experiencing, like I am, a winter storm. It's sleeting outside. I got nowhere to go, got nowhere that I can go even if I want to, so why not finish this video? So we were on Cook City, and this is the northeast side of Yellowstone National Park, and we had to traverse the Beartooth Highway again. Shucks, what a shame. Obviously, I'm kidding. The Beartooth Highway, for me, was the best experience on this trip. Yes, the animals are wonderful, and the hikes there in Yellowstone were great, but the Beartooth Highway, well, you're going to have to see it with your own eyes coming up next. We left our hotel at Cook City, Montana, and as we traveled east on Highway 212 toward Red Lodge, Montana, we were on the Beartooth Highway. Our goal was to travel about 27 miles to the Beartooth Lake trailhead, which sits at the starting elevation of 8,910 feet, and to start our morning hike loop of 7.8 miles. Upon reaching the parking lot to our trailhead, I wandered down to the Beartooth Lake and I witnessed an awesome reflection. This lake is almost 9,000 feet high and covers over 100 acres and at a maximum depth of 85 feet. What a sight to see, and we hadn't even started our 7.8 mile hike, which was going to be our highlight on our last day of our adventure. We hiked 2.4 miles while ascending almost 1,000 feet in elevation to Beauty Lake. Over the many years, I have witnessed many alpine lakes. However, to capture and experience magical beauty, the conditions must be favorable. As you are viewing my images, we were indeed blessed with calm conditions and good lighting that morning as part of the Beartooth Wilderness area. What a start to witness such spectacular and stunning scenery. As we continued our hike, we witnessed the vast wilderness and being truly alone. And as we traveled east toward Red Lodge, we stopped off the highway for the last time. We enjoyed our last memory of the Beartooth Highway as we saw 2 alpine lakes, and what a way to end our adventure. As I wrap up this video, and if you're still watching, thank you. As you will see some selfies taken of our adventure, I think that I can speak on behalf of the Pumphrey brothers that this experience was long overdue. For the first time in many years, we reconnected. What made this experience unique was that by mile and step by step, we witnessed the vast wilderness and the nature that Yellowstone National Park can only provide. It was truly a special memory enjoyed by all of us, and we are better brothers for sharing this adventure.